Next story I want to get to is a guy that's been sinning publicly and privately, okay? And some of the stuff became public, okay? Eric Swalwell. And this guy was supposed to be the leading gubernatorial candidate for the state of California. And now they're going to get not Tom Sawyer, but Tom Steyer. Or they may get our friend Katie Porter. Okay, the hottest thing going on in California, which I don't think my dream will become a reality with her because she's a little bit off. Like, she is very aggressive. Like, she honestly, she needs a lover right now. She needs to find somebody that's going to be like,
I'm on Instagram.
That's going to calm her. But I don't know. Listen, I don't want to speculate. Eric Swalwell, this is his tweet. I am suspending my campaign for governor. He could have replaced that with, the Democrats have fired me after realizing I don't stand a chance of winning. To my family, staff, friends, and supporters, I am deeply sorry for mistakes and judgment I've made in the past. I will fight the serious false allegations that have been made, but that's my fight, not a campaign's fight, okay? My question is campaigns. Let me ask you, is that apostrophe S? Because you know he used ChatGPT because of that line.
Hyphen thing. Yeah.
But what campaigns, not a campaigns. I don't, Rob, is that proper English with the apostrophe?
Yeah, it's the campaign is a noun, meaning the campaign doesn't own the fight.
Okay, so ChatGPT got it right. So we see this, and can we show that video or no? Is that video, I know it's soft porn.
I know.
Can we show that or no?
I think so.
I mean,
think so.
There is nothing going on, right? Is it, Rob? I don't want you to...
No, she's just,
okay.
He's married.
And if you listen close, you can hear a narrator.
Is this it, Rob? I don't know if anybody else showed it either. But anyways, there's a video of him making out with the scroll, and then it gets a little bit worse. Nothing happens. There's no liftoff. There was nothing that took place. But, is this him saying that he's dropping out?
No, yes, but it's from the billionaire that has funded his last 3 campaigns. Supposedly, it's at the billionaire's home.
Right.
So what did he do? He ran to his biggest donor and his biggest benefactor, who he's been pushing legislation for.
Allegedly, the biggest donor asked for $1 million back from him that he gave to him, allegedly.
Yep. He was at that guy's house, supposedly.
Okay, so play this clip, and then, Tom, I'm going to come to you because it looks like you know a lot about it.
A lot has been said about me today through anonymous allegations, and I thought it was important that you see and hear from me directly.
Me hit the point in his chest.
These allegations of sexual assault are flat false. They are absolutely false. They did not happen. They have never happened, and I will fight them with everything that I have. They also come on the eve of an election, where I have been the front-runner candidate for governor in California. I do not suggest to you in any way.
Is this the stepping out, or what is this?
This is him saying, before the video came out, he's like, I did not do this. It's like the Democratic.
And Rob, do you want to play the other clip you just texted me? The clip of I just texted you what you texted me. Nothing crazy. Don't, if it goes, Rob, if any close comes off, Rob.
I got you.
Pat, is that a house or is that a hotel?
Who is this? Hey, listen close.
All right, pause it right there. It's fine. It's fine.
Look at Eric. Look at Ed.
My wife won't be home for a while.
So, Pat, and by the way, there's a girl in the back that
and that's Martin Shkreli who tweeted that?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And he goes, here is my sources. It was taken in his home. This is, and this woman is a sex worker, allegedly. And if you see, because there's 2 videos.
Know whose foot is that? Like, whose shoes that?
There's a guy in the bed with them. There's a guy, and they're trying to figure out who's there, who's recording.
Come on, Pat, wake up, man. There's always got to be a guy filming.
No, but Pat, there's a girl that shows up in the back that looks like another girl, worker, whatever, allegedly. She runs back because she sees that somebody has a camera. She gets up, but there's a guy in the bed, and then there's a guy obviously recording. So 1, 2,
but we don't know who the guy is.
No, there's 5. See that guy's head? I mean, it's going to come out. You're going to find out.
See that guy's head.
He has nice sneakers on me. He has Nikes.
Yeah.
Those are pretty cool dunks.
That's what Vinny's looking at, the sneakers.
So, okay, so we don't know who that guy is, though.
Nope.
Well, they're going to identify him. See his face right there.
They're going to find him.
So, go in the comments section.
If we listen close, the guy is saying, Congressman, I can't break 100.
We know who the guy is. Go ahead, Tom.
So, here's what I think.
Why did this happen? That's the real question.
Okay.
I mean, of course, it's fun and games, but why did this happen, Tom?
Yep. So, everything comes out at once. So, we summarize it. This video. That's right. This video.
Unbelievable.
2 campaign workers, come out and say he was hitting on us. One gentleman puts up a tweet, says he was hitting on my wife. We have the evidence. If he wants to sue me, but don't you dare say a word about my wife. She worked for the campaign, and this is where it happened. All over this weekend from Friday. It's like a suddenly groundswell. Who gave the meat? So I'm going to ask this controversial question. Who gave the media permission to run with this? The mainstream media is on a leash with the DNC. That's not allegations. We've seen it so many times. Rob, do you have the polling information? So let's look under the covers, shall we?
Oh, my goodness.
It says, and we find the California primary is known as, and this is what they call it, ladies and gentlemen, it's called the jungle primary. There's no DNC primary. There's no RNC primary. There is one primary coming up in June in California, and the top 2 run for governor. Frequently, the poor Republican has never had a chance to be in the top 2, or you're so far behind, it's crazy. But this year, they call it law of the jungle, survival of the fittest. All the animals have to fight. Who's gonna be the one that comes out on top? So take a look at this. Top 2 move on. Steve Hilton, 17.1%. Chad Bianco, 13.5%. First and third. Eric Swalwell, there were things leaking out, and he's been dropping a little bit. And Katie Porter is seen as like this very angry woman, and the polling says that, not me, and it's not an allegation. Polling says that voters found that her anger and everything was unbecoming of a candidate. The Dems were looking at a situation that if just the conservative media show this, they might have Hilton and Bianco running. This is Emerson College poll that was released to the media by Democrat source. Wait a minute. Why are the Democrats releasing unfavorable polling? Why is New York, everything coming out at once? I'll tell you why. They only have 6 weeks before the June primary, and they're running a terrible risk of losing the state house. Guess what? They knew what was going on with Swalwell. They knew back from Fang Fang and all the jokes we can make about that, about, being compromised by a Chinese spy / prostitute / whatever.
A lot of slashes.
Right? Okay, there we go. There it is, Pat. If Swalwell had slipped down, now what they do, the Dems just did to him what they did to Bernie. But Bernie wasn't guilty of all this stuff. Bernie was just a pain in the neck on a highly progressive basis in South Carolina. Remember that, Adam? And they went against Hillary, and what did they do? They cut off access to all of the support. They changed the rules in South Carolina, and suddenly Hillary comes up. Bernie's campaign is absolutely thwarted, so they can get the candidate they want. They don't want to lose the California State House, Pat, and now you have a big bomb go off that tells the voters, Swalwell bad, Swalwell gone. He pulls out with 6 weeks to go off of the campaign.
Yeah, but the reality is, so now what?
Now
you think Katie stands a chance?
Well,
you think Tom, not Sawyer, Steyer stands a chance? Or they have, Humberto, that thing we were looking at dinner when we said, what is the latest time to put somebody in, a name in? When was the last day they could do something? Because this is it, Tom.
It's over. I don't think they can. They can't do the Kamala Harris thing and put in a candidate. They have to go with one of these.
A Republican's going to win.
Oh, do you think that's going to happen?
Well,
why would they destroy him?
Not
like
only that, Luna is putting forth a motion to censor him and have him removed
from
Congress. And if that happens, there'll be a special election for his seat. And there's a lot of unrest in California right now economically, and they fear, even though the Republicans are just hanging on to 39-40%, it wouldn't take that much.
Hanging around.
That's right. Wouldn't
Hanging around.
Exactly. You know what I mean? It wouldn't take that much for a Republican to win his seat, and the Republicans stand a very real chance here. They only have one shot, and the shot is, does Chad Bianco get passed by Katie Porter, and then she becomes the candidate, and she wins by default because she's the Democrat, and then they control her. That's the plan.
Wow. And by the way, it's not good for him. He's done. He had 50 former staffers released a letter saying that the allegations are serious and credible and demanding he resigns from Congress.
Give us the dates on everything. It all started Friday, and these people were all greenlit.
Do you remember Nancy Pelosi that made that video, Robbie, the wrap-up schmear? the little smear campaign that she does. How she
Schmear
tells
or
you
smear?
it's a smear, but I like adding the schma. She
Maybe we'll get a
she
little
and
bagel with a schmear later.
Yeah, and you have that video. This is I slacked it to you, Rob. She says what they do. They get the story, Pat. They sell it to all the freaking news, and then they do a wrap up. They put you out there. They destroy you, and then you made a great
They
point.
eat their young.
They eat their young. This is it. But it bothers me. If you want to play, we can play it. It bothers me, Pat. They've had these videos. They've had it.
Eric got fired.
You know?
Eric Swalwell got fired by the Democratic Party. Is what happened.
That's
to him.
exactly, but it bothers me that these people, I mean, I get it. It's a disgusting, dirty game. I've heard so many stories about these politicians in Hollywood, in Washington, and the fact that they have and they hold it on you, Pat.
Oh, yeah.
This blackmail
So, Tom,
game.
here's the thing. Apparently, the primary election is June 2nd. General election is November 3rd. But the write-in deadline, Tom, is May 19th.
Kamala could come in.
The write-in deadline is May 19th. You think Democrats are just going to let this go like this?
No way.
So the write-in, I'm not familiar with that thing, meaning I could put my name out there to be a write-in candidate?
I think based on the way they have it, they needed to file a write-in before the primary deadline in May of 2026, which they have time. They have 36 days to write someone in, give or take. So I don't think in a million years Democrats are going to get rid of Eric Swalwell and just let it go like this and that's it. I don't buy that. You think they are excited by Katie Porter? Katie Porter is one press conference away from beating the living crap of somebody, and Dana White is the one that's hiring her to do a UFC fight with Gina Carano.
She has a
Ronda
daily
Rousey. She's a
card with her
Netflix
staff.
fight. No, she's a force to be reckoned with in the fighting space. But to me, and then the Tom Steyer guy, Tom Steyer, him, you think they're going to get behind him? No, I don't think. I think there's something up their sleeves that we don't know about. You're about to hear an announcement, I'm assuming, in the next, 3 to 7 days, maybe 2 weeks, of somebody where they're going to say, here's our guy. And Antonio Villagrosa, Tom, at 2.8%.
How's he going to jump?
You think he's going to pull it off at 2.8%?
Look, if they get behind him and they push him hard, he's got name recognition in L.A. He will carry L.A. If others
He's
are...
got 800 followers on X. Can you go to Antonio? I couldn't believe it that day when we checked the Rob. Can you look at Mayor Villagrosa's Twitter followership and influence?
It's not about logic. It's about desperation and about a party machinery.
Great spelling. Rob, you crushed it, Rob. You did what I would have done. We had to just see that because that's how I would have spelled it too. Look at that. He's at 1,318 followers, and that's his account.
So he's almost doubled, Pat. Give him credit.
No, but Tom,
you said 800.
But check this out. Like, I don't even know who follows him. Like influencers.
Not followed by anyone you're following.
Yeah, I mean, that's not A-V. So, Adam, I'll come to you, and then we're going to wrap up with the story.
And Pat, can I say one thing about her?
Yeah, of course.
So California primary is June 2nd, and the normal filing deadline for governor was March 6th. So as of April 13th, Kamala cannot just decide to jump into the race, but there's one narrow exception, Tom. She could still try a write-in campaign in primary. California allows write-in candidates for voter-nominated offices in the primary, and the write-in filing window runs from April 6th to May 19th. But there's a much tougher pass because she would still need to finish top 2 in the primary to make the general election, which she could because of the stats that Tom just showed. So here's a clean way to say it. She cannot join the race now as a regular ballot candidate because the filing deadline's over, but she could only try a late write-in route, which is legally possible but politically much harder. Tom, if they put all their weight behind her, and they say, guys, this is Republicans. They're going to blah, 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 blah. They want to kill illegals, whatever. And then they put her in. She has a path.
Look at Tom Steyer, though. Tom Steyer just blew up.
Tom Steyer just blew up right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, Adam, go ahead.
Tom Sawyer. Okay. So, one quick question. Has Swalwell officially dropped out of the race?
Yes.
That was
okay, gotcha. Well, Pat, I got a Swalwell story, if I can share it with you.
Can you do it in less than a minute?
I can.
Okay, go ahead.
So, I'm at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. I was with some ladies from CNN. I don't know if you want to show that picture, Rob. I sent you 2 pictures. Way to bury the lead. Here's all my CNN ladies. You might recognize some of these ladies. At the White House Correspondent Dinner. This is in, I want to say 2017. And when you go to these events, like we went to the inauguration, you go to these things, you're interacting with a lot of people.
Where are your hands?
I found myself at the bar with Eric Swalwell.
Oh, God.
And I knew him a little bit. but
You're the
not-
guy in that video.
Adam, are
I'm
you
the
on
guy
the bed
filming
wearing
in the
Nikes?
video.
What
He
it
has
is?
those Nikes.
I'm not incriminating myself.
Oh,
I'm not
okay. I was about.
self-snitching.
Is that where he's going?
I'm the guy in this picture. But here's what I'll
Nike
say about
shoes on.
Swalwell. We're at the bar.
Yeah.
We're having a drinks. I don't know this guy. This is the point of my story, how sloppy he is. This is my opinion, my story. He says to me, hey, man, let's go have a little fun. Let's go see what's out there. I'm like, you're talking to the right guy. He's like, what's up? Basically saying, where the chicks at?
Yeah.
I'm thinking, all right, here's this dude that wants to have a good time. I'm a free agent. I'm looking to have some fun. And then I realize, what's up with this guy's judgment? How are you just going out and picking up chicks with a dude you met 3 minutes ago?
He doesn't care.
And my point is, that's sloppy. Whatever happened with the fang, whatever happened, all you have to say is, hey, man, nice to meet you. Have a great day. I'm going to go hang out with my friends. You're going to come and say, hey, man, I like you. Let's go kick it and pick up chicks. Sign me
Who
up.
was he at the time?
You're a little
He was
excited.
a, he was a representative in California.
Yeah.
That's why he was there. So I'm thinking, is this guy cool? Is this guy? I want to say he was married. I don't know. The point is this. He's dropping out of the race. Nothing's been proven. What did we learn from Trump with the whole grab him by the situation?
Anything's possible.
You got to own who you are. If you kind of walk around as
so
the-
you're saying he
if
should come out and
no,
say,
I'm just saying if you walk
Yeah.
around and present yourself as holier than thou,
yeah.
I would never do something like this. Like if I ever ran for government, I'd be like, you know how many videos of me out in a club having a good time there are? That's who I am, but now I'm a changed man. He's presenting himself as a polished individual. I see your
Did
face.
you
Pat.
subtly throw in there
Yes,
that?
I'm going to hype
not-
myself up.
Adam,
not-
but
I'm
you
not
realize
really
he was on a bed with another dude and a dude recording.
That's a
Maybe he was
dude
trying to
playing
playing
the
a dude,
dude.
trying to present.
California
The point
is
is
just
this.
a mess.
The point is this. California's a mess. Gavin Newsom cheated on his wife,
Someone his best friend's wife.
whatever. But he owned it.
Campaign
Hey,
manager, by the
How
way.
we doing? Swalwell is sloppy. He didn't own it.
He's done.
And now that's his
But
demise.
now you can write in, and according to the there's a new commission, the Democrats running under New Kamala, DRUNK, which spells drunk. You can write in Kamala or the name of any vodka, and it will be attributed to her. So part of the write-in campaign is meant to be right up her alley. So we'll see. Is she going to go as a write-in, or is she running for
You know
president?
already, Humberto.
No,
Rob, what happened to that poll we ran 30
I
minutes
totally
ago?
forgot about that. Oh,
Can you run that poll? I'm just curious to know what
can
happened.
we guess?
I mean, listen, I know which way it's
Okay.
going to go. I just want to go. Okay, go ahead. What do you think it went? Who has more power, Catholics or Jews?
Who has
What do you
more
think the poll
power,
went?
Catholics or Jews?
Yes. Where do you think
I
the
mean,
poll goes?
literally, there's 1.4 billion Catholics.
I know. So
I-
where
I
do you
think
think the poll goes?
our
15
our
billion
poll
Jews
will
I
be
think our
60,
audience
40.
will think the power is with Israel.
If our
and God.
audience
I would say
is
60,
logical and
Right,
sensible, the
60,
Catholic Church and Catholicism
Do you have it, Rob, or
is
no?
way
I'm
bigger and way
looking-
more powerful.
Oh, because it disappears?
Yeah.
You didn't delete it, though.
No, I think I can pull it up on the watch after.
But you didn't delete it, though.
No.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll
no,
take
no,
a look
no.
at it afterwards. By the way, if you're
conveniently deleted.
let me do this.
Mossad.
For the audience that's watching, if you guys remember what the poll was, just kind of post it below. I wouldn't mind seeing what the numbers are while we're on the topic. When we set out to create a shoe that blends comfort, function, and luxury, we had the choice to make it fast. We had the choice to make it cheap. We chose neither. Instead, we chose Tuscany, Italy. We chose true Italian craftsmanship, each pair touched by 50 skilled hands. We chose patience, spending 2 years perfecting every detail, and we chose the finest quality at every step. Introducing the Future Looks Bright collection. Not rushed, not disposable, not ordinary. Rather, intentional, luxurious, timeless. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.